What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man. We're back in the building. You see the star right here. You see the star in the back. Cowboys just ended training camp in Cali, and we're coming back to Texas. And this is our year. I know everybody says it every year, but daggone it, we saying it again. You feel me? But hey, guess what? We've been doing a slew of high school interviews, man, and it's about that time for high school football. And I've been interviewing nothing but dogs on here. And guess what? I got another one, a return visit from Mr. J. Steeman Beamon. And I might call him Willie Beam because we talked about that last time on any given Sunday. Willie Beam, and so he could be that guy right there doing this thing. But I'm glad you're back on the show, Jay. We're going to talk some good football. But for everybody who don't know and maybe not seen our interview the first time, give a little bit of background, your name, all that good stuff, and then let's jump right into it.
Yeah, my name Jay Beamon. Play quarterback for Cleveland Central, Cleveland, Mississippi.
All right, all right. So let's, without further ado, let's jump into it. So this past season, you was a sophomore, starting for your varsity team. Give us kind of your thoughts about the season, kind of recap your season in a nutshell, and then you guys made it to the playoffs. Kind of talk about that as well before we kind of jump into some breakdown about yourself.
Well, I had to step up and fill some big shoes. I had to step up for the team. But the season went pretty well. Better than we did good. We expecting better this year.
Okay. Now you said you made it to the playoffs before we actually went on air. Did you go? How many rounds did you play?
We went to the first round.
We went to the first round. Who did you end up playing in that first round?
Vicksburg.
Okay. Can you tell us what happened in that game?
It rained us out.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, that ain't good. You know what I mean? So coming into this next season, right? You had a good sophomore season. You threw for like what, 2,000 yards and 17 touchdowns, if I'm correct, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's pretty good for a sophomore. I know a lot of sophomores ain't doing that, but kind of evaluate your season as a quarterback. What improvements are you looking for as you get ready to start your junior season?
I'm looking for, I need to better my pocket presence, so I can, stand up in there a little bit longer without trying to get up out of there. But that's about it.
Okay. I mean, what do you feel like? Your reads. Do you feel like
Yeah.
your long ball? Do you feel like you got to work on the short ball cadences? Maybe things of that nature. What other things that you feel like you need to make yourself? Because we already seen your talent. You got a really good arm strength. You have good awareness in the pocket. It showed already. But any little like nuances that you kind of want to look at, playbook things of that nature. Any things like that as well?
Yeah, I'm bettering on the playbook this year. Reads too, understanding more coverages that I'm seeing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as you just mentioned coverages, as you were playing last year, do you feel like the defensive coordinators were kind of like maybe trying to switch you up, kind of maybe trick you in things after they kind of start seeing you in games, kind of, turning up and going crazy? Did you notice the defensive coordinators kind of coaching against you differently?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what kind of things did you notice that were coming at you last year that you were seeing that was the switch up before?
Like, say they'll come out in cover two, start the game out in cover two, and end the game out in cover four.
Okay, so they were kind of making adjustments on the fly. And do
Yeah.
you think that you were kind of recognizing those things? So, like, if a team, like, if you were put on a big board right now, cover two, cover three, cover fours, are you able to recognize those coverages instantly now? Maybe before you were in this season. Kind of talk about that, and like reading the big board as far as coverages and things of that nature with your coaches.
Yeah, so that's what I spend mostly my whole summer on,
Hmm.
trying to understand coverages and looking and trying to get them down and stuff.
Okay.
How they gonna come out and how the outside corners gonna play, how the backers gonna shade and stuff. Yeah.
Does it get you excited when you actually are watching these coverages, right? You're watching them on tape and then you see it. Then you come into the game and you can actually see, hey, okay, look, they're playing that cover two, or look, they're playing that defense. Does that excite you as a quarterback when you're looking at the film study? Then you actually get on the film and you see these guys doing this, but you already can recognize it and can maybe change the plays. Does your coach give you the opportunity to change plays, or is it kind of you always kind of looking at the sidelines for that? How does that kind of dynamic work?
He let me change it, but when you know the stuff, you already know where to go to. So
That's
it's
good.
like,
That's good. So let's talk about some goals. Obviously, We had some goals last year that you had put on the board, what we talked about. Do you hit number one? Do you think you hit those goals? And with 2 years left, what's the biggest thing that you want to accomplish before you leave your high school program?
I want to bring a state championship to my school.
Have y'all ever had a state championship at your school?
No, sir.
So you would be the first one then, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Hopefully.
So well, we are going to try to put it in the air, right? So let's already put that in there. But
Yes,
some of the
sir.
goals that you may have set for yourself as your sophomore season, do you think you reached those goals?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, and
But
what was
this
some of
year
the
I'm shooting bigger and better this year though.
okay? Well, let's throw out some of your goals this year.
I'm trying to reach 4,000 yards passing yards this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rushing. I'm trying to reach a decent amount of rushing yards too.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Now, as far as your goal of 4,000, and you want to obviously be kind of maybe a dual threat is more because I noticed that you guys saying a lot of the shotgun, and you like to stay in that pocket and just push that ball. Are you trying to say that you want to just kind of add the mobility to kind of give you maybe more of a threat
Hmm.
for the defense to be able to see to not kind of get a beat on what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Now talk about your team right now. How do you feel about your team this year? Did you lose a lot of starters from your past season? Kind of talk about your team coming up this year. How do you feel about your team as a whole?
We lost like one senior off the offense, so we really didn't lose much on that. Defense, we good on defense. This year we coming. We ready.
Okay, so that sounds really good. You only lost one senior on offense. Now, do you have a lot of underclassmen that are playing on the varsity team right now?
Well, we got two um class of 26 wide receivers playing.
Ooh, that's nice. So you got some youngsters in that lineup, so they got to be ultra talented to be hitting that varsity that early, right?
Yeah, they nice,
So
especially.
So how do you feel about your receiving core, as a whole right now, compared to last year? And I'm not trying to say, beat up your team from last year, but how do you feel about your receiving core as a quarterback?
It's still the same. All speed.
All speed, all
Yes,
natural.
sir.
Okay, okay. Now, did you attend any camps? I know season's getting ready to start right now. Did you attend any camps much like you did last year? I know you went to that Wyatt Davis camp,
Yes,
and
sir.
we talked about that, how amazing that was. And I think that was the first year that they had it. Did you do a repeat performance with that and talk about maybe some camps that you attended this year? And what did you really focus on when you went to camps?
What I really focused on trying to better myself, making throws, making simple throws, I can make deep throws, just making
Hmm.
simple throws, trying to get to them. But yeah, I went to Jackson State, Mississippi Valley, Delta State,
Hmm.
and let me see, Ole Miss. Yeah, Ole Miss. That's it.
Okay. And now, speaking of those schools that you had went to camps from, I think all of those schools, except maybe Mississippi, may have offered you already. Um,
Yes, sir.
Now, did they offer you after you went to the camp?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, so that tells us that you were turning up and you made an impression on that camp. Now, talk about the competitiveness at camp because I think a lot of us don't understand the competitiveness that goes on with those high school camps. Talk about it from your side. What the competitiveness was, and maybe with other quarterbacks that were there, or just with the players there. What kind of mark did you want to leave? We talked about it last season. What kind of mark you wanted to leave, but what kind of mark after maybe returning or coming to camps again? What kind of mark did you want to leave against with the players and even the coaches that were looking at you?
I want let them know that I'm special. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now, obviously, we talked about high school offers, right? I mean, I'm sorry, college offers. You got one from was it Jackson State University, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I seen on your Twitter you were pretty happy about that one, about getting that offer. Now, obviously, you're only a junior. You have the size. You have this, the measurables, the size. We talked about how you gotten bigger. You look like you hit the weights. Now, Jackson State offered. We know more offers are going to come. But talk
Yes,
about
sir.
that Jackson State because there was a pretty big smile on your face when Jackson State offered there. Okay,
Yeah.
is that a school that even if some of these other schools come offering that's a school that you still going to keep in mind? Kind of talk about that dynamic.
I think I like Jackson State. The environment. the HBCU, where I came from, high school is, we got a lot of HBCU things that we do at our high school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
And
what I
I
like about it.
and I've seen that. Now, let's say you went to Mississippi. Mississippi comes offering. Mississippi State comes offering. You still got Jackson State in there. Now, HBCUs, we definitely know about that. Would you still, because a lot of people have talked about, Dion was out there and he was getting the big, big recruits, that kind of putting the HBCUs back on the map. Would that be your kind of frame of mind, even if you have some of these bigger schools, the quote unquote D1 schools that are everybody's talking about? Would you still have the Jackson State on your radar and possibly still want to attend, even if you got these quote unquote offers from these gigantic schools?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so basically Jackson State has imprinted something on your heart already, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, how is that relationship, with the coaches? You met them, you talked to them. How do you
Yep.
feel about the school, the coaches, just as a whole?
I love the coaches as a whole. Me and Coach Billerman, the quarterback coach, we got a tight bond. Yeah, when I need stuff, I text them, ask them about stuff, ask them about coverages. What should I do doing this, doing that.
That's a good thing. Now, let's talk about the academic side. Obviously, football, we know you're good at it, and you want to maybe try to make a future out of it. But obviously, we always have to have a fallback, right? So let's talk about the off field. What are you majoring in right now?
Honestly, right now, I don't,
Kind of
I don't know
undecided
right
right
now.
now.
I haven't decided right now. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, is there anything that kind of sticks out for you with school that you may like? Okay, you know what? I may think about this when I enter college because I'm kind of liking this. While I'm in school, I'm kind of thinking about this.
Like trade school, so I like welding and stuff like that. I like welding.
I remember we talked about that last time, that you said that you would want to do welding. And I was like, that's pretty awesome because a lot of people don't talk about that. But welding is huge in this when we talk about the game of life.
Yes,
There's a lot
sir.
of things, buildings, things of that nature that you have to put together. And that's an important part. So let's not downplay like that wouldn't be something great for you to go into. Did you actually when you went to camp, or have you looked at the welding maybe within Jackson State? Have you looked at that kind of system in there?
No, sir. I haven't thought about that yet, but I'm gonna
Oh,
look into it.
okay. Yeah, definitely want to check that out. Definitely start checking that out now. Even though you're only a junior, the time comes quick. You see how quick that sophomore year came, man. Next thing you know, you're going to be a senior, and then it's going to be staring you right in your face. So make sure you jump on that early. Check out Jackson State's program right now when you have some free time and start looking into that program so you can already start building that and already come into there feeling like, hey, I can already slide right into it. I've already maybe talked to some teachers, and they will be able to help me with that. So make sure you stay on that right now as a whole. So as we get ready to kind of close in this interview, let's talk about this season. Obviously, this season is going to be big for you, right? You said you want to
Yes,
hit
sir.
$4,000. You want to $4,000. I said $4,000. You want to hit 4,000 yards. You want to do some different things out of there. But what do you what is a leadership quality? You're the quarterback, right? Everybody looks to you. What do you want the teammates to be able to see out of Jay Beamon, as a person and as a player, to be able to continue to want to follow you to be great? What things do you want to implement on that program as the quarterback to have your team continue to follow y'all to be great?
That I want them to think that I had step up, that they can depend on me more. You know, be the bigger guy.
How is it in the workout room? Are you got one of the leaders in the workout room?
Yes, sir. We got a
Okay,
lot of leaders.
okay.
Everybody.
Okay. Now, who would you say would be another, maybe a leader on the team that you look at and say, hey, this is a dog. This is who I can even look at and say, hey, he gets me motivated as well. You got anybody in your team like that?
Private Terrence with. He played
Okay.
D line on our team.
And why him? Just in asking.
He just vocal dog. There
He gets y'all riled up. Now, when you guys have practices, is he one of the guys that comes after you every
all
single
the
time?
time, all the time,
Is a
all
lot
the
of
time,
is a lot of trash talk going on?
bro. Every day. We talking trash now in the group chat.
So, but that's iron that's sharpening iron. So we love that. Now, you know what I started to do? I started asking the young athletes, before y'all playing games, what's in the playlist? I asked a couple of the kids, what's in your playlist to kind of get you hyped? Because I remember when I played sports, I always had to have some banging music to get me hyped up, to get me crunk, to kind of get me in that zone, to get me going. What's in Jay Beamon's kind of playlist to kind of get him rocking before he ready to turn up and throw for like 500 yards and 5 touchdowns in the game?
So first song, They Know by Shawty Low.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And,
Then rest, Young Boy.
I knew Young Boy, y'all. That he is the
Young
man. He is
Young
the
Boy do
man.
something to you. Young Boy do something to you.
Yeah, because I interviewed the last 3 kids. I think I asked what's in your playlist. First name came up, Young Boy. He must be the guy. Now, tell me, I want to ask. I'm a little bit older now. I'm not in the young people scene. So, tell me why Young Boy kind of gets y'all kind of hyped up to really want to take you there.
His flow just turned.
Really?
Yeah,
Flows this turn, good beats, things
turn.
of that nature, gets you kind of right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, do you kind of listen to that kind of like in your ear pods or anything, like kind of before you get ready to go out and things of that nature?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, as we can get ready to close here, and thank you once again for taking out your time. I know you're busy getting ready for your schedule, getting ready for your first game. I know it's hype. I always ask this: who motivates you besides Jay Beamon? Who else motivates you and gets you going? We talked about this earlier, but we want to rehash it because maybe people didn't see that first interview. Matter of fact, go check out that first one. But who kind of gets you motivated right now? Who gets you pumped up besides like the music? Who gets you turned up when Jay Beamon's tired? Don't want to get up and things of that nature. Who gets you going?
My mom.
Tell me why.
She stay on me when I don't want to get up in the morning for practice.
Is she talking? Has she been talking to you right now while we've been doing the interview?
Yeah, she over.
I love it because I seen you look up. I said, "That's Mama back there." Like,
yeah,
you forgetting that school? Oh, miss, don't be forgetting. But yeah, she stays on you, man, all the way
yes,
around.
sir. All the way around.
Right. Now, do you have any siblings?
Yes, sir. I got 3 other siblings, 2 sisters and another brother.
Okay. Now, are they motivation for? Are you the oldest?
No, I'm the youngest.
Oh, you baby boy. So now, since you baby boy, how does that happen that you baby boy, you turning up on, on the team? How does your siblings, act with you, because of that? Do they treat you like the baby? Do they stay harder on you? How's that dynamic?
We just brothers and sisters,
Yeah.
Every game they there with me.
Right.
And all.
Right. But I know sometimes Big Brother, they kind of just stay on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, does Big Brother stay in the ear like, hey, Jay, you gotta look at this, you gotta do that? How do they motivate you beyond the football side of it? What I'm saying?
Yeah, like the academic stuff, trying to get on my school. Well, I'm on my schoolwork a lot.
Right.
I'm an honor roll student. I got to
Nice.
keep my grades up.
Right.
Got to keep my grades up. But if I need extra help, I ask my sisters. My brother too. Yeah.
That's cool. That's what's up. All right. So we're getting ready to close. Does Jay Beamon have what last words? You got any shout outs to anybody? It could be family, it could be coaches, it could be friends, anything like that.
Yeah, shout out my mom, my team, everybody that's, been around with me, working out with us.
Let them know you coming, right?
Yes, sir.
Let them know you're coming. So what's your expectation of this season? Obviously you would like to go undefeated, but what's the expectation with your division? Do you guys think that you guys really can take this division firsthand?
Yes, sir. We division champs.
Okay. Well, y'all heard it first. All right. Y'all play this video back because you heard it first. He said division champs, they're going to do their thing, and they're trying to get to states and get that state championship for the first time in their history of the school. And I, first of all, want to see it. So I definitely appreciate you taking out your time, Jay. And I always say, continue to post videos if you could,
Yes,
because
sir.
I think last year what I did, and I think I had you in some of my videos. The more videos that you can post, like game time videos and things of that nature, I put a condensed highlight of all the high school athletes. And then once I do that, I tag all the recruiting publications and things of that nature so they can firsthand be able to see you, so you can continue to get more scholarship offers on your plate and on your table, to continue just to grow kind of your portfolio. So if you can continue to do that for me, that would be awesome. So we can get you on tape and get this out there for, I know people are already looking at you, but we can just get more effort so get more of your name out there who maybe not seen you in the Mississippi scene and get you on that more national scene. So if you could do that, that would be awesome. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I definitely appreciate your time. I remember you said Pat Mahomes is your dog. You said you like Josh Allen. I think Lamar Jackson, wasn't he in there?
Yes, sir.
So we want to see Jay Beamon jump up there because he's already got those kind of style to be able to make it happen. We want to see him be successful too. So for myself, Big Game James, Mr. J, Steeman Beamon, I call him Willie Beamon Part 2. Make sure you check that out. So thank you. Take your time, and we'll be talking to you soon.